Well, I got a couple of new plants that I'm going to experiment with in a riparium setting. This is a canna lily called Bengal Tiger, and it's already put on a few new leaves, but I ordered it from a place on Etsy. And it's similar to the Tropicana in its variegation, the stripes on its leaves, except instead of it being the red colors, it's more of a yellow and green. But it still has a bloom that's going to be orange, very similar to the Tropicana. So I'm excited to see how this one's going to grow, and it's going to add some good color to the stock tank pond, which is in the greenhouse. But eventually I will try to grow this in a riparium inside. And I also ordered some white star hibiscus seeds. Now it's from a native hibiscus, which is called red star hibiscus or swamp hibiscus. So these tall plants that are getting ready to bloom are actually the red star hibiscus. This one is going to be the white star hibiscus, and it's just a solid pure white. And I've had one before, but I left it at my old house when I moved, so I didn't bring it with me. So I ordered a few seeds, and they've sprouted. So I'm excited to get those going. Back here in the shadows, I've got the walking iris, the Neomancaria. This one's called Regina. It's the cultivar name is Regina. So I also ordered this from Etsy, and I actually got two of them, and they're like starter plugs, and they're about a foot tall right now. So I've got this one growing in the soil, and it will stay in the soil. And I've got the other one acclimating indoors in the tank, growing in the water. So I want to see how well those work as riparian plants. This is a spiderwort called Sweet Kate, and it's going to be chartreuse foliage, and the flower is going to be almost like a purple or blue. So I just got this in a few days ago, and it's acclimating, but it came in this gallon-sized pot. I was really surprised, and I actually ordered it from Amazon. I can't believe you can actually get plants like this from Amazon now. And it was pretty reasonable price. I mean, I think it was 15 bucks or so for that, which that's really good for online prices. Now, this Tropicana, I actually pulled this one out of the stock tank in the greenhouse, and I'm trying to grow it in the soil again. The reason I'm doing that is because through the winter I had a lot of Tropicana that was growing in a pot outside, and we had a very harsh winter, very unusual cold, early spring freeze, and it killed almost all of them. And so I've only got a few left, so I'm trying to get my stock built back up over time. It's going to take a while, but anyway. So there are some caterpillars on these hibiscus, and they're called sawfly. It's the larvae of sawfly, and I'll have to find some here in a few minutes, and I'm going to show you what I do with them. Alright, so on this hibiscus leaf is the sawfly caterpillar, hibiscus sawfly, and it feeds primarily, or exclusively maybe, on plants in the hibiscus family. Anyway, I'm going to collect a handful of these, if I can find that many, and we're going to feed them to the fish. It only took a few minutes to find this many caterpillars. Well, the goldfish were too shy to come up, but not for the guppies. They don't mind making an appearance at all. I didn't realize how many guppies were still in this stock tank. Anyway, they're trying to get acclimated to eating the live food, and of course some of the fish are still too small to really get it into their mouths, but they're learning. And so far I've fed a few handfuls, but it's really amazing how these sawfly caterpillars can just defoliate the leaves like this, defoliate the plant, and you can see just how much they've been eating. And so several of these caterpillars will just gang up on one leaf and they'll just chew it up. So I'm trying to decide whether I need to start spraying any BT, because that's a good natural biological control. I'm not sure. But eventually all these hibiscus are going to be covered with red flowers.